The Cinematograph Act 1952 has provided the guidelines laid down in Section 5B2 was issued on December 6, 1991. Section 5B2 of the 1952 Act lays down that in addition to the general guideline laid in Section 5B1, the government may issue such directions as it may think fit, setting out the principles which shall guide the authority competent to grant certificates under this Act in sanctioning films for public exhibition. These directions, commonly understood as guidelines, have been issued by the government and have also been amended from time to time, keeping in mind the changes in social outlook from time to time and also the kind of films being made. The guidelines issued on December 6, 1991 state as under: first, the objectives of film certification will be able to ensure that the medium of film remains responsible and sensitive to values and standards of society. Artistic expression and creative freedom are not unduly curbed. Certification is responsive to social changes. The medium of film provides clean and healthy entertainment, and as far as possible, the film is of aesthetic value and cinematically of a good standard. Second, in pursuance of the above objectives, the Board of Film Certification shall ensure that anti-social activities such as violence are not glorified or justified. The modus operandi of criminals, other visuals or words like to incite the commission of any offence are not depicted. Third, scenes showing involvement of children in violence as victims or perpetrators or as forced witnesses to violence, or showing children as being subjected to any form of child abuse. Showing abuse or ridicule or physically and mentally handicapped person, and showing cruelty to or abuse of animals are not presented needlessly. Fourth, pointless or avoidable scenes of violence, cruelty and horror, scenes or violence primarily intended to provide entertainment, and such scenes as may have the effect of desensitizing or dehumanizing people are not shown. Fifth, scenes which have the effect of justifying or glorifying drinking are not shown. Scenes tending to encourage, justify or glamorize drug addiction are not shown. Sixth, scenes tending to encourage, justify or glamorize consumption of tobacco or smoking are not shown. Seventh, human sensibilities are not offended by vulgarity, obscenity or depravity. Eighth, such dual meaning words as obviously cater to baser instincts are not allowed. Ninth, scenes degrading or denigrating women in any manner are not presented. 10. Scenes involving sexual violence against women like attempt to rape or any form of molestation or scenes of a similar nature are avoided, and if any such incident is germane to the theme, they shall be reduced to the minimum and no details are shown. 11th, scenes showing sexual perversion shall be avoided, and if such matters are germane to the theme, they shall be reduced to the minimum and no details are shown. 12th, visuals or words contemptuous of racial, religious or other groups are not presented. 13. Visuals or words which promote communal, obscurantist, anti-scientific and anti-national attitudes are not presented. 14th, the sovereignty and integrity of India is not called in question. 15th, the security of the state is not jeopardized or endangered. 16th, friendly relations with foreign state are not strained. 17th, public order is not endangered. 18th, visuals or words involving defamation of an individual or a body of individuals or contempt of court are not presented. The explanation is, scenes that tend to create scorn, disgrace or disregard of rules or undermine the dignity of court will come under the term contempt of court. 19th, national symbols and emblems are not shown except in accordance with the provisions of the Emblems and Names Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950, 12 of 1950. Third, the Board of Film Certification shall also ensure that the film is judged in its entirety from the point of view of its overall impact. If the board, having regard to the nature, content and theme of the film, is of the opinion that it is necessary to caution the parents or guardian to consider as to whether any child below the age of 12 years may be allowed to see such film, the film shall be certified for unrestricted public exhibition with an endorsement to that effect. The board shall scrutinize the titles of the film carefully and ensure that they are not provocative, vulgar, offensive, or violative of any of the above mentioned guidelines. The following are the major violations that agitate the minds of the public: exhibition of an A certificate film to a non-adult, exhibition of an S certified film to a persons other than those for whom it is meant, exhibition of a film in a form other than the one in which it was certified. Such violations are known as interpolations. Penalties. Offences with regard to violations of certification provisions are cognizable. Furthermore, they are non-bailable. Section 7 of the Cinematograph Act provides penalty for violation of censorship provisions. Penalty can also be imposed for failure to comply with the Section 6A, which requires that any person delivering a film to an exhibitor or a distributor will also give to him details of all cuts, certification, title, length, and condition of certification. A person guilty of violation while exhibiting celluloid film is punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine which may extend to ₹1 lakh, or with both, and with a further fine up to ₹20,000 for each day for continuing offence. Under Section 7A, any police officer can enter a hall where an offending film is being screened, search the premises, and seize the print. Films can also be seized when they are all likely to be exhibited in a violation of Cinematograph Act. Provisions of appeal. If you wish to appeal in FCAT, Film Certification Appellate Tribunal, a physical application along with the record fees has to be submitted to the Film Certification Appellate Tribunal Authority, New Delhi, within a period of 30 days from the date of issue of CBFC order. FCAT fees: ₹100 for short film up to 72 minutes, ₹750 for the films with running time more than 72 minutes, that is called as long film. Hope you enjoyed the lecture and learned about the nitty-gritty of CBFC. Thank you.